On the 17th of November 2022, the Tampa Police Department received a call about a woman trespassing. The department responded with Officer Gregory Damon, along with other cops being assigned to the task. Officer Damon arrived at the location and asked the woman, whose identity has been kept a secret, to leave the place. The woman had been sleeping outside the Tampa Health Family Center and was asked to leave the property multiple times. However, she refused to do so.
Come on, walk to my car. Walk to my car.
Why you saying that but pulling me? So go on and drag me, because that's what you're doing anyway.
If you ain't walking, just walk to my car.
How you gonna tell me that but you pulling me as you said it didn't say it yet?
It wasn't the first time that Officer Damon had confronted the woman outside the Tampa Health Family Center. He had arrested the same woman for trespassing in the same place in October 2022. From the moment cops confronted the suspect asking her to leave the place, she denied it and was uncooperative. While trying to get her to follow the commands, Officer Damon called her nasty, which she clearly didn't like.
Don't be nasty.
That's y'all department. Welcome home.
Don't be nasty.
Yeah, man, since you gonna call me nasty, you're man,
I'm not calling you nasty. I'm saying don't be nasty.
You know, don't tell me what not to be when y'all doing it to me.
Right here, so I can put it.
Yeah.
Do you have anything on you that can harm me, poke me, stick me?
But this going back and forth didn't end there. After searching the suspect's pockets to find any harmful weapon, the cops transported her to the police station. It was at this place where things went in a way that didn't turn out well for the officer and the suspect. Upon arriving at the police station, Officer Damon asked the woman to leave the car. However, she completely denied, saying that she was brought to the police station without her consent.
Miss Marshall, come on, get out the car.
When the I got the right to get out the car when I had a right to get in the car?
Miss Marshall, get out the car, come on. Miss Marshall, I'm gonna drag you out of this car.
I already know.
I don't want to drag you out, but I need you to come get out the car.
I want you to do what you did off the porch of the doctor's office.
Although the suspect valued her consent, Officer Damon didn't share her opinion and threatened to drag her if she didn't comply with his commands. The woman, however, didn't show any fear toward the officer's warnings and instead invited him to drag her. Little did she know that Officer Damon wasn't joking.
Come on.
Drag me.
Come on.
I want you to drag me.
Come on.
I ain't
Kick your feet out.
I ain't kicking out. Next you be telling me to open my legs for your dumb.
Come on.
Yeah, that's what you gonna have to do. That's what you did at the porch. That's what you want to do, and I want you to get that feeling. Guess why? Because I was raised a tomboy and such.
Without any further arguing with the suspect, the officer dragged her out of the car. The woman, who was completely shocked at the officer's behavior, still refused to comply and continuously made somewhat weird comments.
Stand up.
You want me back? You can't pick my big up, can you? That's what the officer was jealous
Stand
of.
up, come on.
He couldn't pick my big up. He was jealous of my big. You want me in this position, don't you? I'm a tomboy. Such a poor you ain't hurting me at all. CPV.
As the woman refused to comply for a single second, Officer Damon took matters into his own hands and started dragging the suspect, grabbing her by the arm. Even after being dragged across the parking lot, there was no change in the woman's attitude and continued calling out Officer Damon for his quick ways to put her in jail. She even boasted about her weight because the officer was having a hard time dragging her.
Man, because you can't pick my big
Hey, you fat as
And look, I went to Allwood High School. Guess how much I lift weights? 130 pounds. I bet you can't even bench 130 calories. That's why your officer was mad. He could see I lift the weights at Allwood. He don't like my build. You bought was the motherfucking officer that arrested me.
However, Officer Damon's actions and comments didn't go without consequences. As soon as the authorities got their hands on Damon's body cam footage, an internal investigation was initiated into the matter, which concluded with Damon being fired from the Tampa Police Department the very next day. Throughout the incident, the female repeatedly used vulgar and obscene language, the department said, rather than remaining professional. Damon himself made rude and derogatory comments to the arrestee. As it turned out, this was not the only time that Damon's actions had caused problems for the department. The TPD was reportedly alerted to Damon's actions by the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, but the department never took those warnings seriously. However, after seeing how Damon conducted things with his own eyes, Interim Police Chief Lee Burkaw finally admitted that his officer's actions were inappropriate. Professionalism is not only expected, but it is also demanded in every encounter our officers have with the public. regardless of the arrestee being uncooperative or unpleasant in return, Chief Burkow said. This former officer's actions were unacceptable and are not tolerated at this department, which is why we acted swiftly in initiating an internal investigation, relieving him of his duties, and ultimately terminating his employment. The actions of one individual should not tarnish the work of the nearly 1,000 officers protecting and serving our city who, on any given day, encounter people who choose to be uncooperative during the arresting and booking process. The department's decision to fire Damon ended his 6-year-long career at the Tampa PD. An important fact to mention here is that Damon's firing came amidst the crisis that the Tampa Police Department was going through after its police chief, Mary O'Connor, resigned following the release of a video which showed her trying to get out of a traffic stop. The then Tampa Police Chief Mary and her husband were driving in a golf cart when they were stopped by a Pinellas County Sheriff's Office deputy.
Good evening.
How you doing?
Good. I'm Deputy Chief of the Sheriff's Office. Stopped you because you driving tag or unregistered vehicle with no tag on it on the roadway.
Yeah, we went to the club. It was closed, so we went over and picked up some.
As her husband was explaining their suspicious vehicle, Chief Mary proceeded to ask the deputy for a favor, which was clearly the misuse of her position and the power that came with it.
Is your camera on?
It is.
I'm the police chief in Tampa.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
I'm hoping that you'll just let us go tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll say you. Now that you say you look familiar, so.
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
Okay. So, all right, folks. Well, have a good night. Staying over here in East Lake Woodlands?
We
Yeah,
live in East Lake Woodlands.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Just like that, without any more questioning and holding them accountable, the deputy let them go away after knowing that Mary was a police chief. But while the deputy did her a favor, Chief Mary was quick enough to remind him of the return favor as well.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. All right, then we'll take care. And it was nice meeting you.
All right.
Oh, all right.
You ever need anything, call me.
Okay.
Serious.
All right. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for yours.
Thank you.
So, take care.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you.
Have a good night, folks.
As soon as the deputy's body cam footage became public, Chief Mary was faced with a severe backlash from the residents of Tampa, who had entrusted her with their safety. Mary was given the position of trust and power, and she violated it. However, shortly after, she claimed to have realized her mistake, and she came forward with an apology and asked for forgiveness. It was poor judgment on our part to be driving a golf cart on a public roadway without the appropriate tags. This was the first time we had exited the golf cart-friendly community in which we own property with this vehicle, prompting the need for a license plate. In hindsight, I realized how my handling of this matter could be viewed as inappropriate, but that was certainly not my intent. I have expressed great remorse to the mayor, and I apologize to the residents of Tampa who have a reasonable expectation of better judgment from their chief of police. After the resignation of Chief Mary, the Tampa Police Department made the headlines nationwide, and many were expecting a huge change in the way the officials from the department conducted themselves. However, Officer Damon's handling of the suspect disappointed the Tampa residents once again. I hope that there won't be any scandals involving Tampa police officials, but I'm afraid the records say otherwise. If you want to watch more of these videos and want to expose more of these corrupt cops, please subscribe to the channel.